Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Racing Trucker. Hey, we are in Canada. We're at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, and we're here for round 6 of the Michelin Pilot Challenge Series. We're going to take our Mustang GT4, which I have in the trailer, and compete this week. See if we can move up in the standings. Right now, we are 11th in the standings, and we were 9th. Didn't have a great showing at the Watkins Glen a couple weeks ago. So we're here for a little revenge. We're going to do better here and move up and hopefully get into the top 10 again and move up from there. So we'll see. So today is load-in day. So as you guys saw, all the trucks right now, we're all parked here in the grass. And directly in front of me out of the grass is a big pavement area, and that's the paddock where we're going to be parking. So waiting for the signal. They'll do a roll call and call us in on the CB. He'll go in and park. So today we're going to unload this trailer and get the paddock all set up. Then we're going to go over to the pit, and I got to get pit all set up. We're not sharing pit this weekend, so that's great. We have our own pit stall. The main challenge here is the car sits here, the pit stall where my fuel rig sits here. It's a little bit lower. So what I have to do is on the pit side, the fuel rig, I got to put it on some 2x4s and bring it up so that I can get the top of my fuel rig tank at the appropriate level. It's supposed to be 2 meters from the ground where the car is sitting to the top of the tank. So I'll show you guys all that, but it's an extra step. I got to put some 2x4s underneath the stabilizers and bring it up with a floor jack and stuff and get it up to the right height. So that's today. Load in and set up pit. So let's go. Before we move in, got to show you guys, guess who's back? George the Spider. Look at that. Overnight, he rebuilt his web. That was totally gone yesterday when they washed the truck, of course. So he's still pretty active. Hopefully it won't get destroyed when I move into the paddock right now, and then he can have a few days of catching some flies. Amazing Spider. Good old George, still hanging out with me.
Yeah, Johnny, go ahead to Cameron.
Looking for Cameron Racing.
Yes, Johnny, I got a copy. Can you hear me?
I can barely hear you, so I've just called for Copeland. Once I have Copeland here, I'll call you and you start rolling, okay?
Copy that.
Hear you.
Copy that.
All right, for Todd Baker. Put you in, so no big deal.
Yeah, I got a traffic jam here on my left going to the main intersection.
Copy that. That's the case every year. Let me come up and see if I can help with that. Just keep on coming to the stop sign. We got plenty of room once you get by the stop sign. Cameron, if you can get by, come on by. Of course, we have cars in the way and all that stuff. That just makes it interesting. Yep. Alright. You just gotta follow me in VRC and get behind Cameron. And once again, VRC left or right.
righty, we are parked. So the paddock's going to be pretty full, and they put us in pretty narrow. The spacing between us here is pretty tight. So they advised us we're not going to be able to deploy our normal canopy that we put out. Have to go with easy ups this weekend. I mean, the canopy is nice because we have so much more room and everything, but it's work to put up and work to put down, and the easy ups are easy, you know. So anyway, the folding canopy's up between these two trucks here, and this is what will work, and it'll make cleanup a lot easier on Saturday after the race. So now I got to wait for 2 o'clock. That's when we get the command to open the doors and we can commence work. For a little bit, wait for the team to get here. They're out having lunch right now, and then they'll arrive and we'll get the thing going. Okay, paddock is pretty much all parked, and we got about 20 minutes left before it's time to open the doors here. And you see the team is here. We're kind of just waiting around for the 20-minute or for the 2 o'clock mark to come so we can open the door. But hey, something exciting just happened. A young fan walked up. His name's Carter, and Carter gave me this drawing that he made all on his own. Is that beautiful or what? He got the logo, Cameron Racing, the number 19, even the Mustang on there, and of course, good luck. That is so awesome. I'm framing this and putting it in my office at home, Carter. Thank you so much. This just made my weekend. Canada, you guys are awesome. Alrighty, 2 o'clock, and we have David is going to do the door. Now, if you guys notice, when you open this door, you gotta be smooth. It takes a little bit of practice. He's our data guy, computer guy. Let's see how good he does this. That's the easy part. Now here it comes. There's one bounce. He's going really slow. Oh, there's some bounces. Not too bad. Not too bad for a beginner. All right, let's get to work. Okay, the easy ups are set up. Now we're going to go over to the pit and start getting everything set up at the pit. Alrighty, here we are at the pit. Time to start getting everything set up. Okay, we're getting everything all set up here. Now, the fuel rig there, see the level of it? And you see where the car is going to be out here? If we measure where the car sits, it's about 2 feet to the wall. But on this side, if we measure this to the wall, it's about 3 feet. So about a 12-inch difference there. So I got to jack that up an extra 12 inches in order for the top of that tank to be 2 meters off when I put the tank up where it's supposed to be. So it's the one thing that's different about Mosport / Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. Oh, we're getting some rain now. Wouldn't be Canada without a little bit of rain. So got this thing up to the level it's supposed to be. So you can see there I used a 4x4 and then a 2x4, and it's jacked way up in the air in order to get it to the right height. Not quite done leveling it all out, but I had to cover it because of this rain. Once the rain passes, we'll uncover it and finish leveling it all out. So it's been raining for about an hour now, and we've got a severe thunderstorm warning going on. So I think what we're going to do, we don't go on track till 10 o'clock tomorrow, so we have a few hours in the morning to get things finished up. I want to close this gate, get everything all sealed up. We're going to call it a day today just to get out of the possible thunder and lightning and stuff. And then tomorrow we'll hit it nice and early. Like I said, we don't go on track till 10 o'clock. So if we get here at 7, that'll give us 3 hours to finish everything up. So we're going to start buttoning things up. Alrighty, well, we got the sides up on the Easy Up here. We're gonna put the cover on the car, so between the size of the Easy Up, and the cover, the car should stay nice and dry and good tonight. As I'm buttoning things up, one thing I just noticed that's gonna be really good, on Saturday when it comes time to leave, I can back straight back. I don't have to worry or wait for anybody to leave before I can move. I can be one of the first ones out of here, which is good because I want to be under a time constraint, which I'll explain more about later. Alrighty, well, back at the hotel. Kind of a short day today. We loaded in, we got everything all set up. Pit is pretty much all set up. Got that fuel rig way up, as you guys saw. So that's all done. So we're ready for tomorrow. So tomorrow at 10 a.m. we have a 1-hour practice session. And then at the end of the day, we have another 1-hour practice session. And immediately following the afternoon practice session, we have the fuel drops. So as you recall, they gave us a couple more liters of fuel for this race. So now we have to change the restrictor in the fuel rig so that we can flow two more liters of fuel in those 48 seconds that we have to refill the car. We could leave it the way it is and it would take us longer, and all that would do is make our pit stops, a lot short or a lot longer. We don't want to do that. So we're going to make sure that we're maximizing our flow within the rules and get that all set up. So that's what we'll do tomorrow at the end of the day, is we'll fill up the car from the fuel rig 3 different times, just to make sure that we have the timing right. And we're going to drain it after each time and measure how much fuel to make sure that we have the capacity set right, because we don't want to get in trouble for having too much fuel in there also. So we got to do that tomorrow. So getting back to, I was talking about earlier about being able to get the truck out. So on Saturday after the race is done at 3:30. We can't move the trucks till 6:30, and at 6:30 I can leave. And it takes us about 3 hours to pack up. So we should be basically packed up right at 6:30, and I want to hit the road. I'll be able to back straight up. I don't have to wait for anybody to move. I'm not trapped, and get on the road. The reason for that is I'm headed for Road America. We're going to do a 2-day test there Monday and Tuesday. It is a 12-hour drive, meaning I can't do it in one shot. I have to stop, do my 10-hour break, and then continue on. Plus, I've been working all day Saturday, so there's no way that I have enough hours to make it to load in Sunday night. Load in at Road America 6 o'clock in the evening. So what we're going to do is we're flying in Jimmy, one of our drivers. He's going to fly into Buffalo. So I'm going to make the 3-hour drive from the track across the border, go across Peace Bridge again into Buffalo. We'll stop at a truck stop there. He's going to take an Uber from the airport to that truck stop and meet me. Then I'm going to take my 10-hour break, reset my clock, and he's going to drive. And then I'll start driving after that, and we'll make it to Road America easily on time. So it's the only way really to do it. If I did it by myself with my legal breaks and everything, there's no way I'd make it there by 6 in the evening on Sunday. So that's the plan. So tomorrow we have a 1-hour practice session in the morning, a 1-hour practice session in the afternoon, followed by fuel drops. Join me then, guys. See you then.